Well, good Friday morning to everyone. It's March 20th, the year 2020, and just wanted to come to you again with just a word about our devotional, and just had some great thoughts about it as I was reading it early this morning. First thing is that I hope you all have a copy of our LOD reading plan. If not, we can certainly email that or send it to you. And we'd love you to be reading with us. That's been our theme for many years, and especially during these last years as we're celebrating our 25th anniversary. We're remembering that from the book of Acts that the disciples, the early disciples, read together and they studied together and they prayed together, and we want to keep doing that together, because there's power in doing that together. And then the second thing I wanted to just remind you about too is, maybe some of you have this already, but it's called the Bible app, and it's a fantastic app that is called the U version of the Bible, and it's fantastic in that it's every version of the Bible, and it has daily readings that you can come up with almost any subject that you would like, as well as a daily verse that it'll send you, and just it's just a wonderful way to have the Bible with you all the time. Speaking of that, our verses today come from 1 Chronicles chapter 16, and the verse that really caught my eye was verse 8, right at the beginning. It says, "Give thanks to the Lord and proclaim his greatness. Let the whole world know what he has done." And in fact, throughout this particular passage, it's a song that King David wrote, and those words, "proclaim all that God has done," is in there several times. And I think that was one of the practices of early Israel, and it should be one of our practices too, that as we tell what God has been doing in our lives, then more people will be inspired, and we'll be more likely to notice what God is doing too, as we keep telling those stories. I wanted to tell you a quick story from our life. Many of you know that our son, youngest son Daniel, is a student at ASU, and in this his junior year, he took a semester to go to Columbia to do an international studies semester. And with all that's been going on, we've been watching his status very carefully. And for many weeks, they said, no, everything is good in Latin America and South America. And then suddenly on this past Sunday, we got an email from the International Studies Association that told us that he needed to come back, and as soon as possible. And so we booked a ticket for him, and he was coming out on Tuesday night. And as he got to the ticket gate, the person who was at the gate informed him, "I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to get you out because Colombia has closed its borders." And of course, he called right away, and Betsy got on the line and talked to the United Airlines and several others. And bottom line is, it was a mistake. That they were closing the borders, but they weren't closed yet. And subsequently, we've heard that several other countries have closed their borders too. But we took him home on Wednesday morning, and we're very, 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 very grateful. And it's one of those things that it was a big deal for us. It absolutely was. You can imagine his parents and his brother and sister were very delighted to get him back. And in fact, Daniel was so delighted that I just want to share with you this video to show how delighted he is. So with that, we'll talk again soon. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.